What's going on, beautiful people? CDubb, Big Kev, Stevo, Haize, we all in the building. We're going to talk about some basketball topics today. Fred VanVleet gave exactly 0 Fs when it came to talking about the referees. We're also going to talk about how close the Western Conference is, and Kevin Durant is apparently going to be missing 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
Thank you. The number one place for your daily basketball fix, NBA Central. Hosted by the one and only CEO Haize.
All right, beautiful people. We got some shit to talk about, man. Fred VanVleet, who wants to take this topic away first, fam?
Well, I'm not mad at Fred Van for this. Like, all season long, it seemed like the referees kind of been like jealous of the players. Yeah. Kind of like they've been, I'm gonna put my foot down type stuff this season. Across the board, like we've seen it with our Bulls. We've seen it with Toronto last night, and then the other night in Denver when Toronto was playing, they also got some other technical fouls. And I guess Fred VanVleet was like, "Hey, enough is enough. I'm about to get a new contract this summer. I'm tired of hearing these referees out here hating on us, so I'm about to air them out." That dude said everything but anything nice about them guys, especially that one specific referee.
Hey, I'm the same. I've been calling for it for a long time. Hey, these refs need to be held accountable because it's not even like, I mean, the bad calls is one thing, but it's the ejections and the text that's been bothering me. It's like, bro, y'all making it a little bit too personal. Y'all feelings getting hurt. That's why y'all doing this instead of calling it by the rule. Like, even like when I was growing up watching like young early 2000s, 08 basketball, like, bro, Joey Crawford will let some stuff slide. Like, you can say a couple stuff like, "I'll warn you." Like, bro, I seen Scotty dude off of Toronto get tossed for just like a face. He looked at him and he was like, "Bro, he just looked at you. What you teeing him up for?" And then he do something else that can kick him out. Off one tee. That's ridiculous. Like, bro, y'all got an answer for these, like, bro. And I like the fact, like, people gonna be like, did he take it too far? No, because first of all, he didn't go at them as a group. He went straight to that specific ref. Yeah. And if we all been paying attention, that ref, his feelings get hurt. He calling the take. It ain't got nothing to do. And that's what it is. Like, bro, these basketball players study this game, work hard. Like, of course they're gonna be like, bro, I know basketball. Like, some words gonna be said in the middle of a game. Like, get them some leeway. But y'all becoming a part of the game, and we don't want to see that. This right. NBA.
And I understand when players are showing up refs or being disrespectful, but like it's starting to get to the point to where you can almost not show any emotion. And I think like the refs are forgetting the fact that this is basically the gladiators of nowadays, right? There's going to be emotions involved. So there's going to be times where your emotions take over. And as long as you don't do anything disrespectful, like I've seen players this season get texts for doing the whole throwing their fists and spinning around and getting upset about something. It's like that wasn't even directed at a ref. Sometimes they mad at them goddamn selves for doing the foul, yet you getting attacked for it. That's a problem. The ball. Yeah, and the NBA needs to look at that. Go ahead, CDubb.
I like to say I agree with all three of these gentlemen on the panel, but I would like to say this. How could we fix this with the refs? How do we hold these refs accountable? I'll start here. They have been horrible this whole season. But the referees are younger. If you look, they're younger. They're gaining experience by each game that goes by. We're not seeing the usual faces out there that's referee. You ain't looking at the, Joey Crawford. He's retired, I think. And then, the other usual referees. So, but what can we do to fix this? Hold them accountable. Aren't they a union? If you push too hard, they might go on strike. And then, I think you got to be careful if you're thinking about
I don't remember the year it was, but there was a year where the refs were on strike and they had to use replacement refs, and the game was terrible then. It was awful. So it may be that the NBA is kind of afraid to push a little too hard, too quick, because if the refs are to say let's go on strike, you got other refs you can go to, but the game is going to be drastically impacted at that point.
Yeah, I feel like the number one thing they could do is really just talk after games. Let the media talk to them. That's holding them accountable to some degree. Like, I feel like in the union, you can't come at that for that. Like, just to talk to the media, like, bro, explain that foul. We can't explain that foul instead of something on Twitter saying y'all went over it and it was wrong. Like
Right,
I'm pretty
the
sure you
last
knew
few
it.
minutes.
Like I'm pretty sure you knew it was wrong after you made that call. Like, come on.
Like I saw the other day, Jordan Poole literally passed the ball to the referee, and he got a tech for it. He just passed him the ball. Didn't
Yeah.
even throw it. There was no anger or animosity. He just bounced the ball to him. He was like, "Up, tech," and it's like, "Come on, bro." That's kind of like how your mama was when you was little, and you kind of look at her the wrong way, and she smacked the shit
Bro.
out of you. That's what it was like.
Listen, I ain't
No,
gonna say my mama all about 5'1". You know how many times she done ran up on me for turning my head too quick, and I've been on the floor. I'm sorry, I was trauma that came out a little bit. Go ahead, CDubb. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, Stevo, I hear what you said, but I'm a disagree. I think they will never put a referee in front of a media to ask questions, because that'll go against the referee. That'll hurt the referee. Like, damn, I'm trying to do my job out here. You're not respecting what I'm doing out here, that I got to come and answer to these people. They gonna think it's not fair. You got to look at it on their side too.
But how's that not fair?
We ask the players to do
Well,
it. We ask
exactly.
the coaches to do it. We make them go out there, and they have to have media availability.
They're not millionaires. They're not famous.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
They're not doing the work either, though. But they're
That's
not
what
doing
I'm
the
saying,
work
like
to be millionaires. But best believe the refs are getting paid probably more than all four of us combined.
Oh, for sure.
In
For
3
sure.
months.
Oh yeah.
So you like when you're in front of something and your product is something that's publicly consumed. I'm not saying that necessarily they should hold court, but there should be something. Whether it's I don't know. I just feel like there should be something there. Go ahead, Kev.
I agree with CDubb in the sense of earlier, Stevo, you were saying the referees are making themselves too much a part of the game. So it's like I can't see them having interviews after the game like players and then tell them, well, you're getting too involved with the game. Like that's way too involved, in my opinion. Talking to reporters and things like that. I don't like the final 2 minutes report. I don't like what Adam Silver had to say about how they police the referees. Their punishment is that they might not be able to referee in the playoffs and stuff like that. That's not good. So there should be some type of checks and balances, but I can't say I won't say that.
Steve-O, can I ask you a question?
Steve-O,
can I ask you a question? What would be the bounds for having them go up and speaking to the press? Is it a crazy call? Is it every game? What would be the bounds?
Every game. Every coach, every crew should talk after every game. It's a time limit. It shouldn't be that long. It's a time limit. So first of all, I don't think it's gonna make them any big because you're just explaining what you're doing. So you mean to tell me that y'all can't handle being asked about a call versus somebody getting interrogated about their game and other things outside of stuff? Like the NBA players get jumped on for a whole lot of stuff, and you can't get questions about a call. Like, come on.
I understand a little bit where Kevin CDubb coming from because we don't want the refs to be stars. Now, if we put them in front of cameras and crew, are you then kind of increasing them looked at as kind of the star? Because then at that point, you're gonna get to learn more about referees' personalities. If they are funny as shit and interact with the media, you could then potentially be making them a little bit more of the focus. So I guess I kind of get that, but it needs to be something for them to held accountable. And this whole thing, because basically if you say they can't coach in the playoffs, all that's telling me is like, it's like if your job says, hey, listen, you were late this week, so you can't get any of this overtime, and you looking like, I ain't want to work for you motherfuckers anyway.
Bro, I ain't want to do it.
You mean to tell me I ain't got to stay late? Oh, sure, there ain't no punishment for me.
Oh, bro.
I don't know. I say it's either that or get fined. And I feel like they're going to choose that over getting fined.
I'm cool with fine.
But I'm just saying, I know that I'm already thinking 2 steps ahead. Like I'm already knowing, like, bro, they're not trying to lose no money. So like, I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, I'll answer some questions over that. Like, I'm just saying, some guy happen.
What's the one ref's name? Brothers? What is it? Tony Brothers? Is that his name?
Tony Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
You can't put that motherfucker because he's gonna literally think like, "Oh, this is my time. This is my time to shine." Kevin Durant, you a bitch. Fred VanVleet, you can't have him, man.
That's what look like that dude off of Monsters Inc. Mike Wazowski. That what his ad look like.
Yeah, so I mean, there needs to be a balance, and the NBA definitely needs to do something because this season And I've been saying that, like, when I was over on Bulls Central and stuff, and I'm like, it's not keep in mind, we focus on the Bulls, but it's not just the Bulls that are being affected by this. I watch probably 15 to 20 NBA games a week. The referee and officiating this season has been trash in a lot of games. So something needs that. Something needs that.
Yeah.
Because referees can't be weathermen. You can't keep getting shit wrong and then just show up to work the next day like ain't nothing happened. You need to answer for
sure.
that. You need to answer for that. That's the way that I look at it. But anything left on the ref before we move into the next topic?
Oh no, I'm straight.
Get it together,
It's gonna be tough.
For
it's
sure.
Gonna be tough.
For sure. So next up,
hey,
we're gonna talk
get
about
it together for the playoffs.
Bro, because these playoffs got a potential to be fire. So y'all need to definitely get this shit together before the playoffs. That's for sure. But one thing that we're going to talk about is the standings in the Western Conference and how this Kevin Durant injury may also affect that. So let's start off just with the standings overall. Right now, top 4 seeds in the Western Conference: Denver, Sacramento, Memphis, and Phoenix. It's crazy that we're talking about Sacramento Kings being the second best team in the Western Conference. Golden State Warriors, the Clippers, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Dallas Mavericks follow them. The Lakers have now officially moved into a playing spot as the 9th seed. The Pelicans still sit as the 10th seed. Now, the Dallas Mavericks were just I think the 4th or 5th seed before the Kyrie Irving trade. They've been 3-7 over the last 10 games. Defense is trash. What do you guys think about this Western Conference playoff race? Like, do you think that it changes drastically between now and the end of the season, or do you think those are kind of set where they are?
I think.
Well,
go ahead,
bro. Man, the number 1 seed in the West is the only one that's like really safe. 1 through 4, I can see them holding court, but Jesus, 5 through 13, bro, like. In 2 weeks, we could be looking at the Utah Jazz as the 7th seed, and you know what I'm saying, and the Clippers. Like if one of these catch fire, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a lot of movement. There's only 3 games separating the 5th seed Golden State Warriors from the 13th seed Utah Jazz. 3 games.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
It's
the Wild Wild West for sure. That's for sure. You already have teams eliminated. The San Antonio Spurs and Houston Rockets have been eliminated from playoff contention. In the Eastern Conference, nobody's eliminated quite yet, and which is crazy this far into the season. But yeah, I mean, to piggyback off what Big Kev said, I do think that the top 4 are going to stay the top 4. And I think they may jockey for position over the next, but I think those are going to be the top 4 for sure. With the Golden State Warriors, they can always turn it on at any point and maybe go up some as well. But I don't know, bro. I don't know how to call it. CDubb, what do you think, bro?
When I look at this, I think this is going to be a battle to the end. It's going to be about matchups basically throughout the season. Who has the better schedule? Who has the easier schedule? Who has the worst schedule? But I just want to take this Western Conference in hindsight. Kevin Durant just totally flipped the Western Conference yet again, the second time in this last 2 weeks. If you would have asked me yesterday, I would have said, the Phoenix Suns are winning hands down. I don't even got to think about it. But now the Phoenix Suns without KD, I'm not sure how far they could slide down. They might slide down even further than anybody else thinks. It's going to be tough. They got a tough schedule. I looked at the schedule. You got a lot of young punks. You got a lot of Oklahomas. You got a lot of Utah Jazz. It's going to be tough to win those games. The
Phoenix Suns have the second toughest remaining schedule in the NBA.
It's going to be
tough.
But I think that Dallas is in trouble. I got 2 teams that's in trouble. Dallas is in trouble. They can't guard. They cannot guard a soul, bro. They get big leads, and it doesn't even last. It can't last like 5 minutes because they can't guard anybody. And I got to be honest, guys. I'm worried about Denver, bro. Denver get the wrong matchup in the first round.
Oh, you mean in the playoffs?
Yes, in the playoffs. And, when it comes down to Haize, if they get the wrong matchup, they can be out of there in the first round. No doubt.
For sure.
I thought you was about to finally man up and say that you worried about the Clippers. I thought you was finally about to say you worried about
But I'm not. I didn't say it because I'm not.
I'm glad you brought up the Clippers because it's 2 things I'm looking at with this West Coast. I'm looking at young teams, the vet teams, and I'm looking at the coaching. The reason I'm looking at the coaching is because in the past few years, you could sit down at this time of the year and be like, okay, the matchups. You can look at the matchups, anticipate it. Like, bro, you don't know what you're gonna get. Like, the Suns could be playing the Trailblazers at the end of it. They don't know that. Like, the coaches is really gonna be tested in the playoffs. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking for the reason I said vets and young teams is because like people like the Kings and Grizzlies can slide because the vets teams they got the experience, and most of those teams got the most experienced coach as well. So anything can happen. Like you said earlier, Timberwolves could shoot up, OKC could shoot up, or go Portland could go down, Portland can shoot up. Like anything can happen. So like I'm really looking for like I feel like this year, especially in the West, like I feel like we really gonna see the best team make it out. Like
for sure.
Best team in the West is gonna make it out for sure.
LA Clippers next.
Golden State. I don't see.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Really,
I
don't see Golden State.
Hold on, Kev, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You was talking crazy about Dallas saying they ain't playing no defense. They got the same defensive rating as the Clippers right now.
I ain't worried about them,
which is 12th.
Bro, I'll tell you right now.
Yep.
If it came down to the Clippers or the Dallas Mavericks getting in that ass. That's just
no.
Because they get, but the thing about Mavericks is and Jason Kidd knows
Kawhi gonna sneeze hard and his leg gonna shatter at some point in the playoffs.
Okay.
Russell Westbrook is gonna be a 4-point playoff game, and he's gonna be like, I got us, and proceed to fuck up. It's just gonna happen, bro. Like he's gonna be Raphael. He's the Ninja Turtle, bro. Raphael he getting hot-headed. He be getting fucked up from time to time. That's what's gonna happen to Russell Westbrook. I'm telling you, bro. Watch out.
Head to head, no injuries. Let's just say no injuries.
Even no injury.
No comp.
Even no injury. I still got
no
Dallas.
Comp.
Bro. No. All right, watch.
They can outscore y'all though. So that's what you're not thinking about.
Hold on. You want to make a wager? Because you know I'm down.
What's up? Oh no, not the beard though. For sure, not the beard.
No.
I ain't doing the beard. I ain't doing anything else.
Here's what we're gonna do. If the Los Angeles Clippers make it further in the playoffs than the Dallas Mavericks, I will wear a Green Bay shirt live on air. If your team makes it further than the Dallas, if the Mavericks make it further than the Clippers, you got to wear a Green Bay Packers shirt for the first episode of Chicago Bears Central in the preseason.
Done. Let's go. That's the deal. Oh, that's
this being recorded.
I have never in my life owned a Green Bay Packers anything.
And they gotta be Rodgers.
I don't even play with them. I don't even play with them.
And they gotta be Rodgers.
He didn't say Rodgers, bro. I ain't doing Rodgers, bro. I ain't doing it.
Rodgers.
Oh no! I'm gonna make the Green Bay shirt you got, and it's gonna be Aaron Rodgers smiling on the motherfucker, looking like a cokehead, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Coming out his darkness retreat. But with the Western Conference. With the Western Conference, what you said about Golden State, a lot of people have been saying this all season that Golden State can just turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they are awful on the road. Like they are terrible on the road. And in the playoffs, and especially in the playoffs where they're not going to have home court advantage, these guys have 7 total road wins for the season. And we want them to go win 1 or 2 or 3 in the playoffs every round. Like, come on, I don't see it. I don't see it just the way they've been playing this season.
I'm with you, Kev. But let's just say we at Las Vegas. Would you put your money on Golden State not winning a series, let's say, against Oklahoma City, and they got to play on the road? Would you put your money on OKC?
In a game 7 in Oklahoma City?
Yes. No way.
I'm betting Golden State, but that's just history, though. That's just because of their history. That's it. But we all might be losing money that day, though.
They the wild card.
We all might lose some money that day.
Oh, bro.
I will say it depends on what the matchup is, because right now the Golden State Warriors are in the 5 seed. If the playoffs were to start, their first round season would be against the Phoenix Suns. I don't care if KD doesn't come back until that day. I don't know if I could pick the Golden State Warriors to go over the Phoenix Suns. If that, like, they have to get a strategic matchup and kind of let the top teams go after each other. But yeah, I just, in my life, I've learned over the last decade or so, it's hard to bet against Golden State in the playoffs because them boys just somehow become different when the playoffs are.
Yes.
They turn Power Rangers in this mug.
Exactly.
Bro.
So as far as the teams right now, do you see any team that's currently slated to be in the playoffs or playing that falls all the way out here? I'll give mine first. I used to not be worried, but with Zion still being, it's not going to be 2 weeks until he's reevaluated. I'm a little bit worried about that team, man. They're 3-7 in their last 10. I'm a little bit worried about them because if Utah, Portland, or God forbid OKC, who Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is playing like an MVP this season, if they turn it on and those teams go on win streaks, especially towards the end of the season, I can see one of them maybe knocking them out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just go ahead and
agree with you.
quick. I'm gonna be quick and second that emotion. Just without second that motion, I'm sorry. Without Zion, I just don't think this is a good enough team to compete with all these teams in this Western Conference. So I'm gonna go with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers.
Me too, Stevo. Me too.
LeBron gonna play.
I'm not even worried about LeBron. I just know AD got one more injury up in him. So I'm just sitting here waiting for it. I'm just waiting for him to land on his ankle.
That's fair. That's crazy. That's fair as hell, bro.
At what point are people gonna start calling out not calling out? I mean, he's older, I get it. But LeBron defensively is not that much further from DeMar DeRozan this season. I just got to be clear on it. LeBron defensively this season when he does play, it's like LeBron looking and be like, "Oh, you young guys is fast now," and just be like, "Hey, man, listen, I ain't got nothing. I may be able to catch you on a chase down block here every 4 games, but LeBron don't play defense like he used to anymore."
I'm saying all my energy for Brody.
LeBron ain't played defense since he left Cleveland, and he barely played defense in Cleveland when he went back.
Bro, he used all his power in that last block.
And that last block, that was it. He used his last bar for sure.
Bro, because ain't nobody see that coming.
No.
LeBron James is not only having the highest, which is bad, and defense rating he's having the highest defensive rating of his career, and it's not by a little bit, bro. Like the highest he had prior to this was 107.9. My boy is at 113. That's
crazy.
Zach LaVine has never had a defensive rating that high in his career, and we know that boy was trash at times.
Oh my goodness, would it be crazy if DeMar DeRozan had a better one? Is it better? That's crazy if DeMar is better.
Let's see,
bro. You know I love all this LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Bashing.
I live for LeBron James fans.
That's why that bake session started off.
DeMar DeRozan and LeBron James have the exact same defensive rating. And when I said that they were the same defensively, I had no idea that was the case. That's wild,
sad.
Bro.
That says a lot.
That's crazy.
That says a lot.
Damn, bro. But it ain't gonna get better.
Oh, no.
He's 39.
It's not happening, bro.
LeBron he's like 5 years older than DeRozan, but I get what y'all saying, man. It's a tough situation for LeBron because he's still very, very, very offensively gifted. But it goes back to what CDubb said earlier. Once you get to a certain age, you got to make sacrifices on one side of the court, and most basketball players is going to sacrifice defense.
Bro, he waiting for Bronny. I keep telling y'all, he waiting for. I'm waiting for Bronny. He's better.
Bro,
he's better than some of the players in the league.
I'm looking out, and this is why Bulls fans, man. I know this is more Bulls central. DeMar DeRozan has the 5th highest defensive rating for a career of all time. That boy ain't guarded a lick his whole goddamn career, bro.
Damn,
that's crazy, fam. That's wild.
Do you feel like he trying this year? He trying though.
No, bro, he tries once every 15 games.
He tries every time Pat Bev say something to him now.
Here's the thing, though. I will say this. It's better that he's not trying, because if he was trying and played defense that bad, that's concerning, bro. That's big time concerning, man. Like,
he too athletic to not be able to play defense like that.
Yes, absolutely.
He's been way too athletic.
It's a choice.
Go ahead.
It's a legit choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice that he's making. He's choosing not to play defense.
Oh, that's for sure.
He just he be like LeBron. These mugs are fast. Go ahead. I-57.
That's tough.
LeBron never won a defensive player of the year.
Here you go. We even get into
They
that.
stole one from him.
He should
They
have won
stole one from him.
the year that they got past like Cleveland, the Boobie Gibson season. He should have won Defensive Player of the Year that year.
Bro.
It was the year that the year they gave it to Gasol. They gave it to Paul Gasol brother.
Marc
Marc Gasol.
That was LeBron's.
That was the same year. But
Marc Gasol was
that was
nice
LeBron's
on the
year.
defensive end.
Bro, stop.
Marc Gasol was nice.
Stop.
But he wasn't
Him and
better
Zach
than LeBron that season.
and Allen.
Bro, but he won Brian. He won Brian that year. Stop.
He won though, bro. Damn, like.
I'm not a LeBron fan like that, but you just don't want to get that man nothing.
Oh yeah, for sure. He one of the top 10 players of all time, bro. For sure.
He said, "Bro, I ain't never heard nobody say top 10."
Damn, they ain't telling you the truth. Y'all ain't telling them the truth. They ain't telling you the truth. Then
so he ain't top 5.
Nah.
Who your top 5?
Oh, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't want to say
LeBron James.
I can't say nah, not LeBron.
No, say it. Go ahead, say it.
Larry Bird.
Get the
and who else? Will Chamberlain. Bro.
Bro, you ain't never seen a Will Chamberlain.
No. Take Will Chamberlain out, put Bill Russell in there. I'm sorry. And then you could put LeBron at 7. There you go.
You probably see you see Bill coach.
Fair. That's fair, Joe. Damn. He top 10. Is that bad for him, Joe? Damn. He 4-6 in the finals, bro.
What we gonna do with you, bro? Like, what's up, man? Like,
It's a take a day. He got CDubb
like
take a day.
CDubb picked the most wild takes to stick to, bro. Like, I've seen some crazy. Like, this man, I'm still tripping off you saying Troy Polamalu wasn't athletic.
Bro. Bro, you said that man was athletic. You compared that man. First of all, you compared it to Jack Sanborn for one.
Yeah,
Jack Sanborn played linebacker.
His instincts. I said his instincts is
You
like Troy Polamalu.
You couldn't say Luke Kuechly.
No, Troy Polamalu. I gotta say Luke Kuechly.
He a 5'10" strong safety. You gonna compare him to a 6 foot?
Damn, his instinct is just designated to the strong safety.
We on NBA Central. I'm not gonna get into this, bro.
You did get into it,
bro. I've never seen somebody do a diving late.
Y'all remember that draft where Jalen Rose was comparing all the draftees to like all-time greats? That's CDubb with his player comparison. Some of the shit CDubb be saying, I just have to be like, bro,
you just said that man not athletic, and I literally seen this man dive and catch a ball one-handed with 2 fingers, and you talking about that ain't athletic.
The man,
you gotta be athletic to play strong safety. For sure. That's not. I don't know. Free safety is the more athletic. Tell me one.
It's free safety. That's the more athletic. Am I wrong? You talk about Ed Reed.
Get your guy, Kev.
Ed Reed more athletic than
just say Ed Reed not athletic.
I said, is he more athletic than Sean Taylor? Sean Taylor ain't athletic as Ed Reed. Wait, this NBA.
Let's argue about this when we get off, man. Anything left on the Western Conference, Kevin Durant, anything on this show that's relevant to the sport that we cover.
I will say this: 2 things. When CDubb get on these type of moments, I just be quiet. And then secondly, with the Western Conference and KD, I feel as though these 2 weeks that he's about to miss were like very, very important for him to gel with the Phoenix Suns and go into the playoffs. Now it's going to have to be a situation where he comes back, he's on the minutes restriction again in the first round, and then he starts to round about in the second round and play maybe 30 minutes a game plus. It's going to be tough for Phoenix to work KD. I mean, KD's an all-time great, of course. My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was just gonna butt in and be like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't worried about that. That's just KD.
Yeah, it's not about.
It's just certain people I've watched that just can flawlessly come in and do whatever. Like he's just one of those players that. Go ahead.
It's not about KD though. It's about the rest of the team adjusting to the KD factor. That's what I'm saying.
That's what
like.
Saying.
I mean,
I think KD can.
I think KD can adjust his game. I get what I get what Kev's saying. I think Kev is saying that for it to be more seamless, it gives them time to all gel together. Now, KD can come in and adjust his game to where he can fit in, but I think the other players would have known how to play with KD a little bit better rather than you now have KD coming in and kind of picking his spot, which is what he's done, especially when they played the Bulls. KD absolutely picked his spot. So, but luckily KD's game is so versatile that I do think he's going to be watching tape. He's going to be doing those type of things because I believe KD's going to be coming in the playoffs and he's going to be coming for blood, bro. Like
Only reason I'm not
he's
saying
trying to get that
Yep.
title.
it's a miniature KD to me. They have a miniature KD down there, so it's like I don't see them. It's not that hard to mold. Him and Devin almost do the same thing. So it's like I don't see it being that difficult. Like if it was like a completely different skill set, maybe. But like it's like a miniature KD. They've been playing with a miniature KD this whole time, especially as of recent, especially with his shot attempts. So like I don't see it.
I just can't trust that KD's dexterity, bro. I had him picked to win the West, but since he got this injury right after just coming back, I gotta go with the Clippers, bro. You can't trust that going through a whole playoff series, bro. Hey, I have to throw that out there.
Bro, you talk about, but the dude came though. You don't never know what Kawhi gonna play.
He ain't injured. He playing though. He just dropped. He just played the game yesterday.
And he might not play tomorrow.
I don't know that.
Good for him.
He played yesterday. Oh, bro. Damn.
You know it's something serious when your franchise celebrates you not being on the injury report. Like it's an amazing thing that he's not on the injury report. Like, so I get what you're saying because I did say, I mean, because if they are healthy, we know that the Clippers are a championship contender if fully healthy. Like nobody, I mess with CDubb, but everybody knows that it's just and now that you got Russ on that team, and we know Russ can go to business for himself, and hopefully he buys in, but I just don't look at the Clippers. And here's what I'll say. I won't be able to make my final determination on the Clippers, so I see how they look the first round of the playoffs. That's what I'll say. I'll leave it.
Right.
With one question for Haize real quick. If you put Russ on the bench, how would you feel about the Clippers then? Coming on the bench, Russell.
Not them. I mean, it doesn't really change me because he's still going to get his 30 minutes a game. So
you're going to start Bones?
Out there with the starters.
Yeah, I'd start Bones. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If you need some of the za that CDubb be smoking, you can get that at 1-800 this nigga tripping. But other than that,
hey, I would start somebody else instead of Russ.
Haize, you said Bones Highland is better than Reggie Jackson.
I did.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get up off.
You did say that.
I did.
We got to stop CDubb. We got to save him from himself. Anything left before we go for the All right, you guys can make sure you're following the show at NBA Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, NBA Central Show at gmail.com. And the last, you can leave a text message and or voicemail 773-270-2799. And we out this month.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.